Hi, welcome back to another episode of Marriage Matters. It's fall, it's October, hence I think that's why we have the buffalo plaid on, but Lori's dressing the calendar, I'm dressing the temperature. It's like 75 out there. Pumpkin latte is in our future, I bet.
Yes. Well, you know, I like the season, so I'm going to dress the season.
So we're going to do kind of a little fireside chat. And I want to tell you a little bit of a story about what happened to us on Friday night, or what we got to be a part of. That's probably that's a better way to say it. So as many of you might know, we work with couples in crisis. We do premarital counseling, and then I perform weddings. And so this Friday, we married a couple. He is 96 years old, and she is 77. And it was just the cutest, most beautiful thing ever, because as we got to know them, they were acting like 20-year-olds in love. Well, and because they were 20-year-olds in love. They both had come from great marriages. They were both widowers, and they were lonely. I mean, Genesis 2:18 says it's not good for man to be alone.
Absolutely.
And so anyway, they got married. But here's a couple things that we took from that. So number one, you're never too old to fall in love, and you're never too old to be crazy in love. And then the second thing is,
well, I don't know what your second thing is, but I just want to talk about what we saw, what we witnessed when we went to speak to them about getting married. It was the most cool thing ever, because they, like Kurt said, they were acting like 20-year-olds, and he had such a sparkle in his eye, and he just came to life like we haven't seen for a while, and that was in itself wonderful. But she was so joyful and excited about their new love, and it was so cute because she would grab his hand when they're talking about each other and what they're going to do at their wedding and when they were going to do their wedding. And it was just so refreshing to see that, because, at that age, people tend to not act so crazy in love anymore. And we don't ever want to lose that. And we don't want you to lose that in your marriage either.
Yeah, so that actually is the second point. And that is, never let your love grow old. So you're never too old for love. And those of you that have been married a long time, we've been married 42 years, don't let that love grow old. And the interesting thing is, he's the one that pursued her. He saw her in church, sitting a couple pews in front of him, noticed that she wasn't with anybody, and after he saw that a couple Sundays in a row, he's thinking, yeah, this could be the one.
I need to get to know this lady.
Yeah, so he got her phone number, and it's funny because they were telling the story that when he came over to her house for the first time for dinner, he was getting ready to leave, and he asked her for a hug. And she said, "Hey, slow your roll, buddy." And he's like, I don't know how much time I have left. I'm making that part up. But it was really cute how he courted her. And so it kind of brings us to our third point, which is just, guys, don't lose your game. Date your wife.
Yes, your wife wants to be dated.
So what does that all look like from your perspective? What does that
From
look
my
like?
perspective, I love it when you open the car door for me when we're going places. It doesn't matter if we're going to the grocery store and you open the car door for me. That makes me feel really special. When you reach for my hand to hold my hand. When you call me pet fun names. I love that.
Yeah, and so think about that. And like we go on dates.
Yes.
We still have candle lit dinners. I'll cook and Laura will prepare the dining room, and we just don't sit in our easy chairs and watch Wheel of Fortune. and so really, for those of you that have been married for a while, date your wife. You just have no idea how important that is to not let your love grow old, where you get complacent and then you kind of look at each other and go, well, I don't know, I guess this is the way it is. It's choices.
Yeah, absolutely. It is choices. And we are going to be going through a book coming up called His Needs, Her Needs. And one of the first needs of the wife is affection. And this kind of leads right into that. We'll get more into that the next time, but affection is huge for your wife. She needs to feel like she's still important to you, that you still have a spark of love for her, a roaring fire, hopefully.
Yeah, so anyway, this was just kind of a short fireside chat just to tell you about kind of our weekend and what happened on Friday and just how meaningful that was and kind of what the message is. So remember, you're never too old for love. Don't let your love grow old. And guys, date your wife. Like, date your wife. And I know that guys, we like the hunt, but you should always be dating your wife, be not only opening up car doors, but you know, for no reason getting her flowers, for no reason, you know, giving her hugs and kisses, for no reason, you know, being able to just have her sit next to you and cuddle. I mean, don't ever lose the romance. So hopefully this made some sense to you. This is kind of like a little fireside chat. As we go through the His Needs, Her Needs, we're going to do more of these. They're going to be a little bit shorter, and we hope you enjoy them. But until next time, remember,
Your marriage matters.